everybody. It's Gladys here again. It's been a while since I've been on my own with our Kerry. Well, my guides have asked me to have a wee chat with you. Now, autumn's here and we're coming into a time that people are hiding away. But we've kind of did that all year this year, you know. And it's a sad time because we haven't been doing our normal things. But what I want to talk to you about today and what my guides want me to speak about is this. You'll all be worrying about your kiddies going back to school and furlough and all the rest of that. Try no worry. Please. I know it's easy for me to sit here and say it, but you can't. Worry just makes things worse. Things will get better. I've got it in my heart that things are going to get better. Okay? We've went through the worst. That's the way to think about this. We've went through the worst. Kiddies will be alright. Bairns will be alright. You know? They'll soon tell you if there's something wrong. You just have to use your ears and listen. Use your eyes and watch. But then I worry. Now, if any of you have been watching Spiritual Time, the last time we were on, Kerry and I, we were talking about protection. So why don't you just make sure you're in your bubbles, like what we were talking about. Make sure you're in your bubble, especially when the kiddies not go out to school and you're at your work or you're at home. Some of you I know are still working for home, which is a good thing, you know. Well, just make sure you see them in their bubbles. You don't have to ask them to do it. Remember, you can just visualise them in it. Visualise a bubble out of your washing up tub if need be. And see their little faces, their whole bodies in this little bubble. Ask your angels and your guides. Now remember, you don't need to ken them to ask them. Just put it out there to the universe. Do you want protection? You want to feel better? You don't want to be worrying? Put it out there. Tell them it's for your highest good. For your kids' highest good and all. Because you can, in the end of the day, if Waddy were in wee bit, it's amazing how far we can go. And remember, we've all got our own opinion on this. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you, doesn't mean say it's right or wrong. Because at this moment in time, the truth's not out, but it'll come. It'll come. But whatever the truth turns out to be, it's how you live your life's the main thing. You know, taking care of yourselves, your families. So, you know, we all the schools gone back. Now, I can hear in Scotland we've been back for a few weeks now, and I've been standing watching and the kids look so happy to be back. Which is good, you know, which is really, really good. Because at the end of the day, happiness is the thing that counts here. I don't know when we'll get back to some kind of normality, whatever normality is. Things are changing. The world is changing. People's changing. Don't worry about it. You know, take one day at a time. You know, and remember, if things are being said and you're not too sure about it, it's maybe not for you. Let it go. Just let it go. Don't worry about it. If something's gone while you were thinking, let it go. Don't worry about it. You see, worry to me is a disease. And when you worry, you just make it worse. You know, if you've got something wrong with you, you need some kind of medicine, some kind of cure. And that's positivity. To get rid of negativity is positivity. So just think, okay, this is happening just now. But that's alright, isn't it? This is Buster coming to say hello today. No, that's awfully unusual for him to come and say hello. He usually, when I've got the video cameras on, he's off. So he's saying hello today. But you know, Ken, here's me, I've got my 2 doggies. Here's Buster coming to, as I say, coming to say hello to you all. But you know, I worry about them. I worry about my family. But I would ask myself, why am I worrying about them? Talk to your parents how you're feeling about them going back to school. Ask them how they're feeling about going back to school. Speak. Do not hold it in. Because that's when you hold it in, that's when you start worrying. And as I say, worry's a negative, and it's just like a snowball effect. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So why don't you just start just calm? Be calm. Find your own little bit in the world that you can just sit. But most of all, speak. Please, please don't hold it in. Because then that affects the mind. You know? And we've got a lot of that happening just now. This is affecting a lot of people. And it's the unseen. You know, that nobody cares what's going on in that person's life. They're keeping it all in. They're worrying about what's going on. Worrying about money. Worrying about the parents. Worrying about how they're going to look after themselves. And it gets to them up here. And then depression sets in. Mental difficulties set in. If you've got somebody in your family or a friend and you notice a change in them, can you ask what's wrong? How you doing today? How's things going? Your gut instinct will tell you if they're telling you the truth. Try get them to speak. You can't force them, that's one thing you can't do. But you know, if they ken that you're there to listen and to be there for you, oh my God, what a difference you will make. If you can make a difference for one person, and then another person helps somebody else, but just asking them how they're feeling, kenning that you're sitting there by them at this time in their life, knowing that you're there, if just to sit, okay, we've got to do this 2 meter distance then, you know, but just even picking up a phone, video calling. Yeah. Again, it's coming at the time we want to begin to sit in our gardens. It's getting a bit on the cold side. And up here in Scotland, it is getting colder, believe me. So you want to be able to, well, you can use put a jacket on, and a scarf and a hat, and away you go. Yeah. Talking is one of the best things to help a person. Listening also is the best thing to help a person. Even if you didn't want to hear it, sit there and just listen to that person, because that person is needing you to hear what they need to say. No matter how long it takes, hello one, no matter how long it takes, you're going to do that person the best help that anybody can give them, by listening, by speaking to them, by asking, how are they? How's the parents coping when we come back to school? And nobody wants to burden anybody at this time because of what's been going on this year. But the more we all connect to one another, the better everything will be. So all you lot out there, I just want to wish you positivity, love and light, and to be able to say, I'm here for you. I'm here to sit and listen, have a wee yap. I'm here. So, for Button, who's also come to say hello, and for Busty Boy, we send you love and light, and peace, and most of all, positivity. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. But remember, if you enjoy this, listening to me speaking and listening to Kerry and myself, remember subscribe and also ring that bell. And until the next time, folks, peace and positivity to you all. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.